night, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good evening and welcome to the latest Elite FPL live watch-along show with myself, Stevo, and I will be joined by my co-commentator tonight, Zera. We are covering the Watford versus Manchester City game, where, of course, as you may or may not have seen on Twitter, I did a bit of an unusual live reaction during a live stream on Twitter, which was very unusual for myself. I've never done a live stream on Twitter before, and it was reacting to this team news up on screen right now. It is for Man City, the big news being that Mahrez doesn't start. Sterling and Jesus and Kevin De Bruyne do. That's what the majority of people are interested in. So the team in full is as follows: Ederson, Walker, Garcia, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodrigo, De Bruyne, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Jesus and Sterling. And as I bring up the Watford team news, the Watford team news, to be honest with you, is probably as you'd expect. I know that there is, I think it's Manchester Reds in the James Bang Mini League who owns Troy Deeney, so he's going to be obviously expecting Deeney to be getting something from this game. So here we go up on screen right now. This is the Watford team news. We have Foster in goal, Mariappa, Cabalaselli, Dawson, Firmino, Cleverley, Decore, Hughes, Sarr, Pereira and Deeney. It's I'm predicting this game to be probably 2 or 3-0 to Man City. Are we going to get a bounce back? It's the usual managerial bounce back, isn't it? Whenever a manager seems to get fired. Obviously, Nigel Pearson fired the other day. Let's bring on Dre Zera. Hello, Dre. Are you there?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Match. Another barnstormer, hopefully. More barnstorming than Norwich Burnley. We've got Man City Watford, and I can't wait for this match.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, like I just said, Nigel Pearson was fired the other day. Are you expecting a bounce back from Watford? Do you think they're going to put up a performance here and maybe come out with a win? Obviously, Man City losing the other day in the FA Cup to Arsenal, a shock loss there. But they've been knocked out, and will Man City now go and destroy Watford?
Well, I think it's all the onus on Man City literally seeking blood after that embarrassing defeat to Arsenal. I believe the writing should be on the wall to Watford, but stranger things has happened, especially since Watford aren't out of the woods yet in the relegation battle.
Just to quickly say hello to everybody in chat. Evening, everybody's joining us, and Sahil's here. Afternoon, Sahil. Frode asking, why did Nigel Pearson get fired? Unofficially, it sounded like there was a bust up behind the scenes, so that was probably it, because there's been no communication or whatnot coming out from Watford saying basically thanks for your time and everything here. So yeah, Bilal saying, I loved your live reaction to that man. I'll tell you what was funny. I didn't know how to end it. So if you want to have a laugh, just skip. I don't know if you can skip on Twitter or not, but it's literally like the last 14 seconds. I didn't realise I was still live, and I was still kind of reacting to what's going on, which was when I watched back, it was quite funny. But yeah, Sahil, Mahrez is on the bench. I have Mahrez in my team. Trazer, who have you got playing tonight?
I've got Kevin De Bruyne playing, but I've got David Silva starting in my team, but he's not starting. But if he doesn't play at all, I have got Tariq Lamptey on the bench, so I'm kind of 50-50 on it.
Yeah, I've got. Let me just bring up my team up on screen right now, and then people will be able to get a better image of what's going on here. So Mahrez and De Bruyne for me. Obviously, Mahrez will be coming on no matter what, so that's all I will say. And do you reckon David Silva will come on though?
It depends. It completely depends what the scoreline is. If Man City needs something in the 78th minute, maybe, but you just never know. KDB was an unused substitute the other game, so you just never know.
What's your actual prediction on the result tonight? I'm expecting 2-3-0 to City.
6-1 Man City. I want goals. I want entertainment. Everyone get FPL points. Everyone get FPL points.
To be fair, the other day we covered Burnley Norwich, and if it wasn't for the fact that Burnley are absolutely rubbish in front of goal, we could have had 6 goals. We could have done. It could have been 6-1 if Pope didn't pull off that miraculous save. And really, I mean, James on Planet FPL during the podcast from Monday was saying about basically it just sums up Burnley, the fact that they need an own goal to get the second. It's pathetic. It was pathetic at the end of the day, but obviously we got the 3 points in the end, and it's a record points total for us in a Premier League season. But your thoughts on last night's game? We had Wolves, of course, winning 2-0. We had, let's just bring it up here, Sheffield United losing 1-0 to Everton, and obviously, like you just said, Brighton 0-0. Anything shocking now? I would have thought Everton winning 1-0 against Sheffield United.
You see, I honestly, I was surprised that Everton won. I mean, that was the big shocker. I mean, Wolves winning, that was routine, but I have to say the Everton Sheffield United and the Brighton Newcastle, they were generally snooze fest. I mean, definite cure for insomnia. Let's just hope today's game is not that at all.
There's a lot of Sterling captainers. Kevin De Bruyne captain. I know Boone is here saying, well, not saying, he has got Sterling captain. I know Jason's got Sterling captain. There are a few people that have got Kevin De Bruyne. Like I said, there are some people that have got Foden. Are you expecting much? You're saying 6-1. Are you expecting much from Sterling and KDB?
I guess we'll see. I mean, Sterling needs to get his shooting boots on. I mean, he was misfiring, but in games before he has found the net. So Sterling should score goals. So to all Sterling owners, it should be a good day for you.
Yeah, it should be a good day. And obviously, when I saw he was starting, I mean, it was. To be honest, I'm surprised he was starting, considering he played the full 90 minutes against Arsenal. Did you see anything in Man City's performance against Arsenal which worried you at all, or did you just think, no, it's just an off day for them?
I think it was one of those pupil versus master situations where Arteta knows that Man City team inside out after just leaving the helm there as the manager, and schooled him and schooled Pep at his own game, a kind of counter-attacking style. So I mean, maybe this new manager bounce back, or assist or caretaker manager with Hayden Mullins taking the helm, maybe that could do something, but I guess we'll see as we've just kicked off.
Yes, we have just kicked off, everybody, and for anybody that doesn't know, You can watch this game free. In the words of J.R. Dre's era, you can watch this free on Pick TV. That's how myself, and I'm assuming you're watching it on Pick TV as well, Dre.
Well, I'm actually at my girlfriend's house, and she does have Sky One, which is another channel that's available. So, yeah, Pick TV, Sky One, Sky Sports Premier League, Sky Sports Main Event. It's on 4 channels in the UK. Yeah. Prime time TV.
Now, but while we get this game up and running and just kind of getting the swing of things and stuff, obviously we've got a big game tomorrow evening where it's Liverpool at home to Chelsea. You being a Liverpool fan, looking forward to that game.
Well, I'm just looking forward to the trophy presentation. I mean, at the end of the game, because Liverpool have literally been on holiday to the beaches, having a nice, Pims, whatever they do in the beach these days, tanning in the sun, whatever they want. They're just having a good time in the sun, Liverpool. So, as a Liverpool fan, I'm not confident of a victory, but I'm happy to see the trophy being held up.
Obviously, I've got Salah captain tomorrow evening. I mean, are we going to see a repeat of last week where, obviously, when I had Salah captain beforehand, he got a whopping 2 points, Sterling got 1. Are we going to see again maybe Sterling maybe get a brace and Salah get a brace so they cancel each other again?
Man, it's very hard. I mean, Chelsea defended resolutely against Man U in the FA Cup, but it's a different game, and then it's a different setting, the Premier League. So you could say that Liverpool lifting up the trophy should give them motivation to put on a show for the fans. But hopefully Salah will score goals for you, Steve-O.
So do I.
Yeah.
I did say it on James's Ask James earlier on. He was just joking around saying that there's a chance that Salah in the next 2 games could get a brace and catch Jamie Vardy. Obviously, Jamie Vardy, on 23 goals he's got. Danny Ings missing out to catch him after that missed penalty. I mean, tell us about that penalty. It was terrible. But just before you answer that question, Man City throw it out onto the left-hand side. It's going to be the ball swung in and it's being taken out for a corner.
It's a goal kick.
Corner. Cancelo being taken out there, and he's gone down and, well, limping a bit. He's going to run it off, and it's going to be a corner.
It's a goal kick.
It's a goal kick, is it? Oh, it must have obviously come off. So fair enough.
It's fine. It's fine. In the words of Paulie that I was chatting to about this, literally it's at such a snail's pace that Ramsdale could just slowly roll his way to get it. It was such a p-roller of a shot. Very disappointing for all Ings owners, and I know quite a few have captained Ings this game week.
I mean, for me, when I saw that Ings had missed a penalty, I just rolled my eyes. Well, I assumed Ramsdale had saved it, but it's when you see the penalty itself, and you're just like, why don't you just hit it? You know, why are you placing it? It's a bit like that effort by, I think it was Rodriguez against Norwich, and he went to place the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, why don't you just smack it? For crying out loud, it'd be a lot more effective.
Put your laces through it, son. You know, that's it was a really heart and mouth moment for all Ings owners, I have to say. And as Paulie's saying, the less spoken about the Ings penalty, the better. Okay, we'll stop now.
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne apparently is playing a bit of a deeper role. Is that right?
Let's have a look. So Rodri, he's on the right hand side of attack at the moment. But I guess we'll see. I hope not.
Well, just so you know.
Yes, G-Wiz. Hello there. Hello there.
Hello. Just so that you know, Sterling blanks.
Sterling blanks tonight. What makes you say that?
I don't know what happened there, Steve-O. Sorry, bruv.
I was just saying, you reckon Sterling blanks. What information have you got that we don't?
I don't. It's just that's just what I feel. I don't have any insider information or anything like that. It's just what I feel.
Well, come on, you've got to elaborate on this. This is a show about elaboration. It's not just one-word answers. I want to know what makes you think Sterling could blank against Watford, a team which, okay, admittedly, they've got not necessarily a new manager, but you know what I mean. They've had a manager fired and everything. Maybe they had a bit of the bounce and everything. Well, what makes you think that Sterling, someone in form at the moment, scoring just goals every 5 minutes, Is he going to score tonight?
He's not scoring tonight, Steve-O. Trust me on this.
Well, I hope you're right. I'm not going to sit back and think. I hope he scores 6 just to prove you wrong. I'm praying he gets a red card for crying out loud. To be completely honest with you, you know, there's.
Wait a minute, one sec. For me, you say he's in form, but you're only taking game week 34 and 35 into account. In my opinion, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in the last 2 game weeks, he's got a 1-pointer. Admittedly, he only played 45 and 3 minutes, but if you look after his hauls in the history, he does always go like a couple of games, blanks here and there. So, yeah, I don't feel him tonight. I know Bruno would disagree, but I don't feel him tonight.
Well, from my point of view, when I say he's in form, I'm referring to the fact that he is he's playing really, really well. We cannot deny that he's playing really, really well at the moment, and it's like who is it here? Ben, don't recognise the name, but Ben Ayew saying it's because Sterling's a poor finisher, which is true. We all know Sterling's a poor finisher. He gets in the right positions and everything, but he just can't finish. And I've got to be honest with you, Dre, so far this match is really not lighting up. And I just say that as the ball's being floated in and Jesus trying to get his head to it, but Foster collects it pretty well. This game's been pretty. It's not been the usual Man City where they're passing it about and trying to make a breakthrough. It's quite simply. There's been no flow to the game so far.
So far, Watford's playing a very stoic defensive, men behind the ball, and Man City's finding it hard to break down. It's instead of a legato, very loving play from Man City, it's just a very staccato, stagnant play from Man City. It's definitely not boiling yet, Steve-O. Definitely not.
No, it's not. No, and I mean the Gooners saying to you, Dre, there, are you ready? In fact, I'll do it as Triple H. I can't. In fact, you do it.
Do you want me
as
to?
You do it as Triple H. Are you ready? Go on.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me read out the message that's already up. Dre, are you ready for another Sterling Hattie? I guess we will see, Gooner. I guess we will see my rival.
Ah, fantastic. That's what we want to hear. A bit of fun on the game. And Kevin De Bruyne is on the ball at the moment. Is that Kevin De Bruyne? I can't quite see. No, it's not. It's not Kevin De Bruyne.
It's Foden. I think it was Foden, and then Kevin De Bruyne didn't feel Kevin De Bruyne on the ball. Ooh, okay.
It's going to be interesting to see how Foden adapts into this game. Obviously, a high talented prospect that we're all looking forward to seeing in the next few years' time. Can he develop? There's a lot of talk about how much will he be next season in FPL. Is he going to be an option? But at the moment, Sterling on the ball on the left-hand side. He will pass it out to Cancelo. Cancelo on the ball again. Passes it out to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva whips the ball in, but nobody there. It's been headed away. Troy Deeney holding up the ball, trying to hold up the ball, and he's conceded a foul. So there we are. He's got himself a foul. He's been taken down. And I was just going to say that my mind has gone completely blank, so I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. That's a complete waste of time bringing that point up, to be honest with you. But
what do you think of all these managerial changes by Watford? I mean, Hayden Mullins, they've had 3 managers.
Oh, it's a joke. I just think I think it's just ridiculous. I think it's just panic. These owners just don't have a clue. They seem to treat these real-life football teams as if they're playing Championship Manager. I remember years ago a QPR documentary and just hearing the insight behind how the owners felt about the football team itself, the managers and everything. I'm just thinking, you are aware these are real people. It's not a computer simulated game or whatever. This is actually real. So I just think that Watford in the same boat. They're just going into panic mode. Getting rid of these managers left, right and centre, and just seem to think that what they do is okay. I think it's pretty poor, to be honest. There's no... Oh, hold on a minute. Will Hughes there with a snapshot. He's put it more... He could have put it less on target if he wanted to, could he, Drazera? That was awful.
I've just been hearing through my inboxes that apparently GWiz might be having that static echo situation. So, GWiz, see if you can mute your mic or something. See if that's okay with you. I've just had a word from just got a message from somebody watching.
Now Watford on the attack again, but it's been bailed out again. We now have Man City in the attack at the moment, pulled out to Cancelo. Cancelo will put it back into the middle of the park again. Will Man City be able to... Is that Rodri? Oh! What on earth? Was that Rodri with the initial shot and then it bounced off Jesus?
Let's have a look here. So, Rodri on there, taking a shot. Yes, it took a bounce off Jesus' back.
Yeah.
Jesus spun it like a Beyblade on his back and spun it out of the way. Oh, what a save by Foster. Goodness gracious me.
Well, we got a corner and it's been headed away. That was terrible corner. But ironically, Jesus was ducking out the way of the shot itself, would you believe?
Yeah.
Now Sterling on the left-hand side now. There just doesn't seem to be much free flow into this game. Man City really need to get their passing game. Because normally when you watch Man City, it's pass. Kevin De Bruyne sips the ball through and see if Jesus or Sterling can get on the end of it.
Absolutely. Oh, what's happened there?
And I just realised what I was going to say is about Foden next season, how much he could potentially be. I'm thinking Phil Foden next season, maybe 7 million. Something like that? 6.5, 7 million?
Say, yeah, I would say start him on the 6.5 just to be sure because FPL won't know 100% how much he plays, but Pep says that he'll play a more pivotal role next season, so 6.5 could be a bargain for Foden.
It's pretty crazy this Sunday. Obviously, we've got the final games of the season. We've still got this specific game week to finish tomorrow evening, but... Sunday is just going to be crazy because for anybody that's watching this right now, the plan... there's no plan, it's a fact. We are going to be having 8 correspondents, so 8 moderators will be covering a game each, including myself and Jason. So the plan will be 10 of us covering an individual game, and you can join all the goals and the assists as they go in with all 10 of us. Reacting to everything that goes on. So hopefully all of you will be able to join us then. But before we get to that particular game week on Sunday, the final game week, of course, we've got tomorrow evening where Man United take on West Ham. And I'll tell you what, I was not impressed by Man United whatsoever on the other night in the on Sunday in the FA Cup. They looked tired. They looked terrible.
I think the taxes were just terrible. And here's a random fact for you. Chelsea just were far more brutal against them. There were 9 fouls committed by Man United, but Chelsea did 21 fouls on them. They just did not want the smoke, Man United.
No, they didn't.
There's no way Foden will be 6.5 next season. You're dreaming.
What do you reckon? 7.5?
Yeah, minimum. People seem to think, like, for example, Greenwood. Oh, because he was priced at 4 million this year, he can't be more than 5 million next year. That's not how the game works.
No, it's not. No. Greenwood next season will be about 6.57, I think. He's it's all about who Man United bring in. But just before we continue, come on. Man City trying to get through Watford's defence there. I'll ask you, GWiz, Man City not looking great, are they, as it stands? It's only been, 14 minutes. Bloody hell, that's gone quite quick. It's been 14 minutes.
I think it's been a bit half, Steve-O.
Sorry, Dre.
They've had all the possession. They've passed it all around Watford. Watford haven't even got out of their half yet, have they?
They have had one air shot from Wilson.
Oh, we got a ball in.
Once in 15 minutes,
Foden
it's all
there.
Man City. It's only going to be a matter of time before they score.
Well, it's only a matter of time, but they don't look like they don't look like their usual self at the moment. They just, I don't know. There's just something they don't seem to have. They don't seem to be out of second gear yet. That's my issue. We've got a corner for City at the moment, whipped in, and another terrible ball in from De Bruyne there. That's 2 crosses now where he barely beaten the first man. Pretty poor from him. Watford trying to get out of their box, but...
Wow, you can see the stats there if you're watching on the TV screen. 83% possession, Man City, and no goals yet. They've got to capitalise soon before they might get sucker punched.
Ben, are you saying that Watford look fired up? Do you think they look fired up? I mean, I don't think either team look fired up. I think both teams just look they can't be bothered.
Well, Watford is focused on defending, which, you know, I think Watford would take a 0-0 if you ask them against this team. 100%.
Oh, of course. I mean, they'll take at least a minimum of a point against a Man City team, which made a few changes. Now Watford on the attack at the moment. Right, here we go. Now Troy Deeney on the ball. Swings it. Oh, what? Grace Eric, tell me about what just happened there. That was awful.
Well, Deeney tried to pass it to the wings, but Man City defender just gave it, clipped the wings, or either that Deeney just fluffed his lines and attempted a 50-yard shot that went easily to Ederson's hands. A woeful display from Watford in the attacking sense. Both teams seem to be blunt in attack, it seems.
Oh, you say that. Man City in the attack at the moment. On to Kevin De Bruyne with the ball at the moment. On to Rodri. Back out to Sterling. Sterling on the ball. Will he find a cross? No, he doesn't. He finds Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. It's been blocked out. And Will Hughes blocks out Kevin De Bruyne. It's now gone out. Well, I'm assuming it's going to be a corner this time. It's got to be.
Another corner.
Dara Brosnan saying if it stays 0-0 at half time, Foden will be off. What do you think on that opinion there?
Yeah, you've seen Pep is not afraid to make half-time subs, and he might bring the talismanic David Silva in. There's another corner, a very weak one, but there's another corner again for Man City. Kevin De Bruyne needs to really improve his delivery.
He really does.
Oh wait, no. Oh no, it's no. The referee ruled it as a goal kick. Okay.
That really was a terrible, terrible corner there from De Bruyne, and he just, again, a player that so far in 17 minutes just doesn't look at it. I don't think any of the City players look at it at the moment. I think a lot of them look a bit lethargic. Look like I just said to G-Wiz, they look like they can't be bothered. And I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if this ended something like 1-0 to City, or even like I'm not suggesting for 1 minute 0-0, but it's been nothing. I'll tell you what, it's been nothing like the Norwich game, has it, against Burnley? You think about when we were covering that game the other night, I was saying that if this was Man City, they'd be 5 or 6-0 up by now, but we're just rubbish in attack. When I'm watching this here, and Man City are making Burnley look like Barcelona at the moment, because from my perspective,
a different form.
Just watching this game, it's frustrating. Man City aren't in their rhythm at the moment. They're not really trying to find that runner in behind the Watford defence now. Is it because they can't find that space? I don't know. I mean, it is quite literally it is 2 banks of 4. Man City are playing against, as you'd expect. And
parking the bus, parking the island, And here's a very interesting stat. For all that possession, 1 shot each. 1 shot, attempted shots, and only 1 on target for Man City. All possession, but no regression here.
Sahil, you're putting up naughty things in the chat, are you? You've retracted a message. Neon Pop-Tart saying, because Man City are playing a 4-5-1, as it is looking, they need to switch to a 4-3-3 with Sterling through the middle rather than on the left-hand side. Have you got any thoughts on that? I mean, I don't know. I can't tell if they're playing a 4-5-1 or not at the moment. At the end of the day, they're just unable to get any form of rhythm. I'm sick to death of saying that now, to be honest with you. But it's just true. I'm just so used to seeing City passing the ball about so much in front of the defence. I'm talking of that in a minute. And Sterling trying to get through the middle there. And now
we had. I was just gonna say 6. Yeah, I was just gonna say six Watford players literally swarming that centre ground. Oh my goodness! It was a bunch of piranhas getting the ball, and Man City just can't unlock the door, can they, Steve-O?
No, they can't. And if you're a Sterling or Kevin De Bruyne captain at the moment, or even maybe Jesus, if someone will even Phil Foden, how would you be feeling now? Because me, I would not be feeling confident whatsoever. Because you know when you watch a game and you feel that something's coming. For example, when I saw the United versus Chelsea game in the FA Cup semi-final, it just seemed to me that every time Chelsea attacked, they were going to get something. When I watched Norwich versus Burnley, okay, admittedly I'm looking at it through tinted glasses, but I felt that, you know, we're going to get something out of this at some point. It's just a question of when. But as we say that, as Sterling on the left-hand side, pulls it out to Cancelo. I mean, Cancelo and Sterling are really working together at the moment. Cancelo just brings it all the way back. And, well, I don't know which player that is, but he's trying to find a pass. He can't find anybody at the moment. There's just so many Watford players right now. I think
Are you... Sorry, Steve, I'll go on.
Yeah, I was just saying that Watford have got so many players back at the moment. But now Sterling's gonna crack.
Oh,
being blocked
by Will Hughes.
No one needs to get excited if Sterling's got the ball. I've told you, he's not scoring tonight.
Hold on a minute. Cancelo on the ball. Cancelo into Jesus. Cancelo again. Cancelo. Will he get a shot away? Yes, he does. Oh, it's just missed. And then drops to Phil Foden. And he's just put it wide.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Literally, the ball shot in and literally passed in. Cancelo was about to have a shot, blocked in. Foden wide.
And that's...
Oh, wait, it was blocked for a corner.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
7 players around.
Can deliver a corner for a change. That's
Kevin De
a lot
Bruyne
better.
finally puts in
That's a
a
lot better.
dangerous effort. Jesus on the ball. No, can he get anything? No, he can't. There's just so many Watford players there. There's like 7 or 8 players in the box for Watford. They are, as Trey Zera used beautifully, the fact that they're all just surrounding every time a Man City player gets the ball. There's like 5 or 6 around a player. I was about to say, what on earth's going on here? It's a drinks break.
Yeah.
Just when we were just getting into the flow of things, we got this poxy drinks break, for crying out loud. I mean, in this specific case, Pep Guardiola is going to have to give them a kick up the backside, surely, because he can't be telling them to be continuing doing that. Well, he's got to change up, surely, hasn't he?
Surely, yeah, absolutely, because Watford will play like this for the rest of the game, and they will not apologise one bit. Literally, it's all on the onus of Man City to get something from this game for their sake. Well, for all our sakes, because I'm sure every single one of us has got Man City assets.
Well, the thing is, it's all about the differentials, as I always say. It's all well and good having Man City assets. It's all a question of your differentials. Differentials being, in this specific case, if you've got someone like Phil Foden, maybe Mahrez, but I know Mahrez isn't starting. I don't really classify players like Sterling. Kevin De Bruyne obviously is not a differential whatsoever, as everybody owns him. It's like tomorrow evening in the Manchester United game against West Ham. Everybody pretty much owns the same players. It's just a question of, did you captain one of them or not? That's the difficulty in all of this. And then,
I've got Ederson, Walker, and De Bruyne.
You do?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that is a nice differential.
Well, it would be if I played Walker, but he's just sat on my bench.
Why would you bench Walker?
Because I fancied Lamptey to do something more than Walker.
Well,
Tariq has been amazing. I could see him. I literally could see him getting an assist in that game, but obviously it didn't happen. But I thought it was worth a chance against Newcastle to play him ahead of Walker, so I just took the chance.
Stuart Bell making a point and pretty much agreeing with me and Trey Sarah there, saying that he's never seen De Bruyne make so many missed passes and poor corners ever. Yeah, he's been...
Those first 2 corners, I got to say, a pub player could have done better.
Yeah, I could have done better. And I haven't played football for a very, very long time. In fact, I haven't played cricket. I haven't played cricket for years. And I picked up a cricket ball the other day and I went out to a local cricket ground. And I just decided to go in the nets and start bowling at some bells. And you know what? I was just like, I've still got it. I've still got it. On a minute here. We got City
Oh.
attack. And all been blocked out
crowded.
again.
Another corner. Another
Did he
corner.
go out for a corner? Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they blocked out Bernardo Silva and it didn't.
Hughes' face will tell you whether that was a corner or not, and he's laughing his arse off at the moment because that was no way a corner.
Well, Kevin De Bruyne is going to be taking the 5th corner kick. Can he finally get in a decent delivery? Pulls it in. Yes, he does. Finally.
And no dice.
No, that was headed on by Rodrigo. Headed it totally wide. And apart from that one effort by Rodri bouncing off the back of Jesus, Foster has not been tested at all, has he?
No. Foster's been Foster for all the goal mouth action around. Foster could just set up a bench, relax, soak up the sun of Watford, and just not do a dot.
Oh man, Dylan, interested to know what your strength in cricket was, Steve-O, batting or bowling. Well, batting was for me, and I could hit the thing. I could smack a ball.
In the 11 that you got Watford. Oh, never mind. Yeah, in the cricket? Yeah, where did you usually bat in your team back in the day?
I would like a 4 or a 5. Just get me on, get a few
enough.
runs. I didn't play at any level for crying out loud. Don't get me wrong, just a bit of school level or whatever. But I did love playing. Oh, a ball thrown in there. I mean, I don't even know if that was a shot or anything like that. But a ball thrown in.
Cross there, yeah.
It looked like one of those terrible crosses that turn into a cross come shot. Edison had it covered anyway. But I was like a 4 or a 5. And bowling wise, I was a bit of a fast bowler, but I was terrible at bowling. But when I was playing the other day for a bit of fun, it was just a laugh, just thinking to myself, can I still actually bowl a cricket ball? But
I must have when you was talking about formations and 4-3-3 and Man City don't have any formation. That's what people need to realise. You got Kevin De Bruyne, he may start in the middle. I've just seen him playing out on the left, sorry. Raheem Sterling, where is he now? He's on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
There's no formation. Just get the players on, pass, get a goal.
Very good, another hoops. I was always the 12th man in my school cricket team. Do I like tennis FPL Maestro? Steve, no. Well, I hate watching. I don't mind playing it. I mean, I haven't played it again for years, but watching it, I can't stand the sport. I think it's rubbish to watch. It's a terrible spectator sport, a bit like golf, really. Kevin De Bruyne playing it short out to Foden. Foden, will he have a crack? Yes, he does. He's been blocked out there. Sterling running onto it. Decore on the ball at the moment. He's wrestling Sterling to the ground there. Has he been penalised? Yes, he has.
Actually, a clothesline. Looks like a bit of a clothesline from hell right there from Decore, or a bit of an unsolicited bear hug right there.
I'll tell you
a free kick to City.
If it was a clothesline from hell, he'd have been sent off no matter what. It'd been worse than the Buendia the other day. Kevin De Bruyne with a free kick will be floating it in, which he does. It's been headed away. Drops down to Cancelo. Cancelo trying to take on his man. He does. He beats him. He has been penalised for a foul on Pereira. I mean, come off it.
What did he do?
That's a joke.
I don't know what he's done, to be honest with you. I have no idea.
He hasn't done anything. All he's done is tried to win the ball. Look, he's not held him. In fact, you could see there that the other player tried to kick out at him with a back heel. So I don't understand how that's a foul.
No, it's it's one of those where it's been given as a free kick, but reality is that it just looked a very, very harsh decision there per se. The ball's been booted ahead up to trying to find Troy Deeney, and now Man City have got the ball.
Get that referee down to Specsavers.
Well, yeah, you are right. Foden and Sterling seem to have swapped places at the moment. Foden playing on the left. Rodrigo on the ball, playing it out to the left-hand side. Now Kevin De Bruyne on the ball. Kevin De Bruyne is going to try and find someone. He does. It's Rodrigo again. Now it's played out wide right to Sterling. Can Sterling do anything? Can he take on his man on the right back or the left back more to the point? No, he won't. He'll just pass it back. And now City, I think they're going to get back into their groove now. Yes, here we go. It's been played out wide to the left-hand side. Ball crossed in. Jesus, that was awful. Early ball crossed in again. On to Sterling! Oh! Sterling has scored!
Sterling with the goal! And Sterling has
blank.
done something right there. Oh, the
He
Sterling
hit that
blank is
well.
over.
He hit that well.
Oh, he didn't just hit that well. He friggin' whacked it.
It was a
Have you just seen?
thunderbolt.
Oh, you'll see the Watford manager in a second.
Yeah. So the ball was crossed in by I don't actually know who. Will Hughes went to header it, but he misheaded it, and then it's going to VAR for potentially an offside to Jesus, but he wasn't interfering with play, so I don't know what. I mean,
No,
he hit
can't
it. That's
get away from them, surely. That's
a
a
perfectly
goal.
fine goal, yeah. Blame it now.
Nah, that's fine.
Don't know what they're talking about for crying out loud, but yeah. Sterling has his
Oh,
goal.
Walker assist as well.
Gave the assist, was it?
Yep,
Was it Walker?
Walker assist. Yep.
Ah!
Oh dear. What do you have to say to that? You reckon a blank from Sterling? You reckon that Lamperty would do better than Walker? Well, I'm sorry to say, G-Wiz, but it looks like you've been caught out. You got to say.
Oh well.
Talking to Sterling, puts it into the box, been cleared. I mean, man, has any team deserved the goal at this stage, really? I don't think so. I think both teams have been, well, particularly Watford have been terrible, but for Man City standards, they've been pretty poor as well. They haven't actually, I don't think any teams deserve the goal, but do you reckon it's now going to be an onslaught, Drezer?
I think the floodgate should open now. I think Man City got to strike while the iron's hot and need to score more goals. Maybe Walker should get a few more assists, AJ Wiz.
2 more goals for Sterling would be nice.
Yes. Good evening, Jason. Obviously, you're going to be happy that Sterling's started. Have you seen the goal yet?
I've been watching it and listening to you, and it's kind of amazing to experience our reaction live. You know, it's actually really fun to see a few seconds after Sterling scored your reaction to it, because it was a thunderbolt, wasn't it?
Oh mate, it was stunning. It was an absolutely fantastic goal. Neither team have deserved to get a goal, but Sterling's taken his chance. He's hit it. It's gone in the back of the net. I mean, yeah, Kevin De Bruyne trying to get past.
Who got the assist? Sorry, I didn't see.
Walker.
Oh, it was Walker, was it? Okay. Yeah, so it's early days. Do you think there's going to be any shock changes at half time like we saw last couple of games?
No. It's going to be fine. It's gonna.
If they score more goals in the first half, I think Man City will ring some changes. It depends. If it stays 1-0, then I don't think they'll make some hasty changes.
I think if Garcia gets substituted at half time, I'm going to cry. I was worried that he wouldn't be starting, because obviously with Pep's comments about him playing everyone in the final 2 games. What was all that about then?
I don't know. I just assumed he just meant that he's going to be playing the majority of his players that have performed so well for him this season. I wouldn't read too much into it. The team that he plays against Norwich this Sunday, I would expect David Silva to probably return. Mahrez maybe to. I'm surprised Mahrez didn't start tonight, to be honest with you, considering he came off after the 66th minute. I thought that maybe some of the players that played the full 90, obviously Sterling played the full 90, Jesus, etc. But yeah, I wouldn't be reading too much into it. And at the end of the day, it's Norwich. They could play any team basically against them, and it's not like they're going to end up in 3rd spot, because obviously that's going to be taken up by an hold on a minute here. Watford on the attack here, and Man City clear it pretty comprehensively, to be honest with you. The player that this may sound absolutely ridiculous, but I'm seriously contemplating maybe getting rid of Kevin De Bruyne for Sterling, but it's too much of a sideways move for the final game. I keep forgetting that we have only got one game, and Foden on the attack at the moment. Plays out wide to Sterling. Sterling holds up the ball, plays it into Walker. Walker back to Foden. No, Rodrigo. Foden trying to play it quickly through to Bernardo Silva, but it's been booted away by Foster. Oh, come on. When you cover these games, especially when it's teams like Man City, you expect to be watching a more, I don't know, free-flowing game or whatever, but it's been like I say, it's been quite stop-start, hasn't it, Dre?
Yeah, it has been quite a stop-start, but I can see here that Foden's on the ball now. Foden dance again. Foden's still got the ball. He's still got the ball, and it's a corner to Man City. That was a good run from Foden, Stevo?
For a second there, I thought that whoever was number 6, whoever that is, was actually going to challenge him and bring him down for a penalty. You know, when you have that fear. But it will be a corner to Man City. Kevin De Bruyne is
fair play to him for staying on his feet, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, that was a terrible, terrible corner again. Being passed back out to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne into Foden. Falls over. It's been booted away by Watford. And we've got 9 minutes left until half time. I mean, as Jason said about half time substitution, I can't personally see it myself. I think Pep Guardiola would be mad. Although, if Pep Guardiola sees that Man City are pretty comfortable in this game, which, to be fair, would you say, Dre, that Man City are looking pretty comfortable? They don't look like they're conceding, are they? It looks more like Watford are afraid to pass the halfway line.
I mean, I think now that Man City's in front, while Watford are still defending in banks of 4, I think they have to go forward now, because if they lose at a canter, then if they draw, they stay up, because they'll be 4 points ahead of Bournemouth and Aston Villa. But if they lose, then they don't want to get to the last game week of the season, potentially being relegated.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
The goal difference obviously being now -3 to Aston Villa, isn't it? So if they concede another 3 more goals, it'd be 4, and that means they're going to be level on goal difference, I believe. So, and then it would go into the final day of the season where Watford and Aston Villa would both need to win, which would be actually quite fascinating, to be honest with you. Obviously, Watford up against Arsenal, away at Arsenal. And I can't remember. Who have Aston Villa got on the final day of the season? Do you remember? I can't actually remember, to be honest with you. But,
good question. Let's have a look.
Notorious Nerd making the point, Sterling scored again, not surprised, no. Zimmy saying that G-Wiz jinxed it. Of course he did. Of course he did. Whenever you do live streams, we always jinx everything. That's a frustration thing.
Villa is playing West Ham in the last game week.
Oh, are they? God, that could be a cracker if they're still in it. If they're still in it, that could be an absolute cracker of a game. We're now at the 38-minute mark. Man City have a throw-in. Firmino picking it out. Sterling taking the throwing. It's been kicked out. Decor on the run here. He's trying to find somebody. He finds Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney now. Foden cutting out one of the Watford players. Foden trying to find Sterling. Sterling. Is it a penalty? It is. It's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
Get in there, my study boy. Get in there.
Sterling throwing in the pound.
All day long. Stonewall penalty. Stonewall penalty. No doubt about it. There we go.
My goodness.
Have some of that.
Oh my days! Oh my days!
There we have it.
Now all I need now is KDB to score the penalty, and we're living life. Are they VAR in it? It looks like they're VAR in it, don't they?
Well, they don't need to VAR it, because it was just, I mean, the referee can make this decision.
Well, it might have been outside the box. Was it in the box? Was it just on the line?
I think it looked inside the box.
Sterling, is he gonna take it?
No.
Yeah, God, please no. Oh, please no. If he misses this, oh my God.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Well, Sterling's about to take the penalty. Kevin De Bruyne is on the pitch. Jesus is on the pitch.
Come, let's go, 18.
With the run up.
Saved it! But he's put the friggin' replay in.
He saved it and put it in.
Brilliant.
What happens there then? He'll get a
He
missed
gets the
penalty,
goal,
but he'll
doesn't
get
he?
a goal.
He gets the goal.
And he'll get the goal. So he'll get minus
He'll
Yeah,
get
two for the missed
-2,
penalty,
-2, yeah.
and he'll get the goal. And then I
Brilliant
think Foster will
save.
get save bonus for that as well. He gets an extra. I can't remember what it is in the BAPS, but yeah.
I mean, sorry for Foster. That was an incredible save. That was a cracking save, to be fair.
So bonus points wise, that's going to be quite negative bonus points, isn't it?
I wouldn't
for
worry about
Sterling?
it. Sterling's got 3. I wouldn't even bother talking about bonus
Sterling's
points.
not going to lose 3 points for a missed penalty when he scored a goal. Scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It will still be on bonus 3, but what I mean is, obviously, it's going to be a lot less BPS than what it would have been if he had scored a penalty first off the bat. But yeah, okay. More goals, please, Sterling. More goals.
Absolutely. For all Sterling owners, a bit of heart and mouth moment with the save there, but he made amends with the goal, bringing in the pounds 2-0. And gee whiz, are you sure? Do you think Sterling will score more than 2 goals? Do you think?
No, he's got a blank.
The ball played over to Jesus. Jesus holding up the ball pretty well there at the moment. He's got 2 Watford players surrounding him. He passes it back to Cancelo. Cancelo pulls it all the way back to one of the Man City defenders. Walker now on the ball. Walker plays it back out to Jesus, but too high for him. Yes.
Steve-O, I've got a bet running. Any-time goal scorer, Kevin De Bruyne, who fails to take that penalty. Player to have two or more shots on target, Kevin De Bruyne. First, no Watford goal scorer, so that's holding up for now. Half-time, Man City winning. Well, that's looking good for now. Player to have 1 or more shots. Kevin De Bruyne, why did you not take that penalty? Both teams to score, no. So that's good. That's good. First goal, Man City. Ooh,
I'll tell you why.
Money.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why he didn't take that penalty. Sorry to butt in, Wiz. It's golden boot, mate. It's golden boot. Sterling came out and said he's going to do his best to try and win the golden boot. And I can guarantee in the dressing room, they probably had a conversation and they've said that they'll give Sterling the penalties.
Well, he's got
Fair comment.
He's
He's
5 or
18.
6 off Vardy.
He's a 19, so he's only 4 away now.
It's only 4 away.
Surely that was
and
like
we all
Kevin
know
De Bruyne shot on target. No?
he could get 4 goals in the second half.
If he continues playing. Which of course he will.
Yeah.
Oh.
How many does anyone not Steve-O, Jason? Do you know how many goals Anthony Martial is on?
I think he's on something like
He's
13,
on
14.
he's on hang on, I'll let you know.
Yeah. In this golden boot race, I don't think he's got a chance, has he?
Martial has
No,
he's got
no, Martial's down. He's like on 17. Yeah, 17 goals. He's level with Mane.
And what's the top? 23, is it?
23, yeah.
Jamie Vardy's on 23. Yeah.
And who's second?
Ings.
Daniel
Aubameyang.
Ings.
Oh, is it not Aubameyang?
No, Aubameyang's on the same as
Aubameyang's
Salah, I
third.
think.
Aubameyang's third.
Okay. Oh, it's going to be hotting up. It's going to be hotting up. Especially if Salah gets a goal later. Tomorrow.
He'll do
With
nothing
these 2
'cause I've
goals for
captained him.
Sterling, he's only 3 points behind Vardy now. With these 2 goals for Sterling, he'll be on 20 points. 20 goals, and he needs 3 more to equal Jamie Vardy at the top.
That's ridiculous. He's had a stormer, hasn't he, Project Restart? He's had an absolute stormer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Sterling is a better striker than Jesus.
Well, according to G Wiz, he wasn't going to score today. He was going to blank.
Oh, thank you, G Wiz, for being my
Thank
lucky
G Wiz
charm.
for
Appreciate
jinxing
it.
him, yeah, precisely. For everybody in chat.
Anytime, my friend. Anytime.
Sterling is currently on 9 points at the moment. Not counting bonus or anything.
No. Obviously, 10 minus 2, including sub appearances and everything like that. Yeah, Arioki saying Vardy 23, Ings 21, Aubameyang, Sterling 20, Salah 19. Well, Salah's going to do nothing tomorrow. That's
You don't know that, Steve-O?
Well, I do know that because when it comes to captaincy, gee whiz, I'm absolutely useless. And it friggin' annoys me. Really
Here we go.
Oh, a minute.
Bernardo
Here we
Silva.
go.
Oh, that's not a
Kevin
step.
De Bruyne.
Doing?
Kevin De Bruyne with the poke, but he poked way off target. Should have been a goal for De Bruyne.
Should have been on target, and I could have had me money. Thank you very much. Or was that a tackle? Oh no, it was him. It was him.
He's been anonymous, hasn't he, in this game, Kevin De Bruyne? He's been absolutely anonymous, and we're into the first minute of 2 added on for stoppage time at the end of the first half, where City are leading 2-0 thanks to 2 Sterling goals, one being a penalty initially missed by a fantastic save by Foster, but putting the rebound pretty comfortable, really. There's been Troy Deeney's gone down here. It looks like he's been accidentally elbowed in the... Oh, no, for goodness sake. He's been accidentally nudged over and he's gone down as if he'd been hit by a sniper. Get a grip of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Troy Deeney is the type of guy that shouldn't get knocked down by challenges, but he's won Watford a corner. If a goal hits here, Watford could get back in it. Strangest things has happened.
It's a
in
free
football.
kick, not a corner. Son.
Will Hughes swings it in
That's what I
and
meant, free kick,
Dawson
sorry.
gets up
That's
for
what-
it.
Yeah, sorry, I meant free kick. Apologies.
Dawson
What's
and
going
What's
Laporte.
going on here? Oh,
Well, he
Handbag.
evidently felt that he was being pulled down by Laporte. He's fallen on him. Laporte's not like the fact. Oh, he's looked like he's taken a bit of a kick at him. Nothing too much malice in it. He didn't like it, and Dawson and Laporte just stare each other out. But really, it's just handbags over nothing, really. And we're about to end the first half, I would think. Yeah, there we are. That is the first half of the Watford versus Man City game. 2-0 to City as it stands. Dre, can you sum that first half up, because it's been awful. It's been pretty poor, to be honest with you. It has not looked like a 2-0 at all.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's after a very attritional start from Man City, they finally got the goals in. Raheem Sterling with a thunderbolt from outer space to the top left-hand corner, and then a penalty caused by Will Hughes. Raheem Sterling takes it, saved by Foster, but Foster forgot his points, and Sterling got the rebound, and it's 2-0. And I guess, to be fair, a slightly lethargic performance from Man City, but to them, it's 3 points at the end of the day.
FPL Maestro saying Sterling is unreal today. I think that's a bit of an overstatement. I think he's been pretty anonymous, to be honest with you. He's just taken his opportunities.
Hang on. No. You've got to be fair. If it went for Sterling, he made those chances all on his own. He didn't. He was pretty much the key there for those 2 goals. If it wasn't for him,
Yeah,
Man City would go into the break
he
0-0.
scored 2 goals. That's all he's done.
KDB.
He's hit a thunderbolt. It's gone in the back of the net.
Yeah, he had to
and he's
do
taken
lot
a
of-
penalty.
yeah,
That's all he's done.
That was not an easy chance. That was not an easy chance.
What
The ball
wasn't?
came
The
into him,
thunderbolt.
cut
He's
inside.
just taken it down and hit it.
All right. Well, I'm saying out of all the Man City players, Man City have got on the field at the moment, there's one standout player, and that's Sterling. And he's been.
Dre Zera, come on, has Sterling stood out? I don't think any of the players have stood out.
I feel, to be fair, it's one of those situations where the Sterling first goal was absolutely worth talking about, and I have to say that for real, yeah, to be fair, most of Man City has been a bit lethargic, especially KDB. I think KDB has been one of the disappointing parts for Man City, in my opinion.
KDB's been awful. I mean, he's done absolutely nothing. His corners have been terrible. He's not seems to have found his rhythm whatsoever. I mean, G, you've got a bet on him, haven't you? Oh, G's not there. He's disappeared. Well, G Wiz has got a... G,
Hello?
Gee, I was just saying that you've got a bet on Kevin De Bruyne, haven't you? This particular, I don't know if it was just for the first half, but he's been a completely anonymous, hasn't he? He's done absolutely nothing.
I think you're being a bit harsh, Steve-O.
Go on.
He had a couple of four corners.
Which he's done nothing with. They virtually hit his first man.
Yeah, but if you let me finish, he's had a couple of poor corners to start off with, but he's been better ever since.
Has any of the corners come to anything to trouble Foster, though? No.
Okay. You have it your way, son.
And he's not playing in his... I don't think he is playing in his favoured position. I mean, he seems more on the left or the right-hand side. He's better being played from the middle. I don't know why Pep is particularly playing him in that system. Again, I'm no expert. I'm just judging it on what I see at the moment. But your thoughts, Drezer, on Kevin De Bruyne at the moment? G-Wiz is saying, oh, maybe he's actually doing all right, better than what I'm thinking he's doing. But in my opinion, he's just barely seen him.
I believe that, for real, I think KDB has been disappointing. I mean, for his standard of play, because he is one of the top echelon of world talent, in my opinion, definitely right up there in elite level football. Unlike the Elite FPL being amazing content that all of you should like and subscribe if you haven't already, I think that KDB isn't hitting the mustard, in my opinion.
Nicole Shern saying Man City should have done more. Not on the evidence that I've seen. They've deserved the lead, but to be honest with you, if this had ended 0-0 at half time, it wouldn't have surprised me. Neither team looked like they're at it. It's just essentially Man City's quality have come through. I mean, saying that you were expecting 3-0 by half time, I was expecting the game to end 2 or 3-0. Thanks to the managerial potential bounce, new managerial bounce, even though they haven't got a new manager, but you know what I mean. Mr. Anderson saying, finally got my captain this week. Well, I'll be hoping to get a captaincy right tomorrow. Bilal saying, Kevin De Bruyne out for me on the free hit. Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Manchester Reds on a stormer game week. Yeah, he is. I will bring up Manchester Reds team right now because I do know for a fact that I'm sure he's got Kane in his team right now. He's doing very, very well in the James Bang mini league. And of course,
Doherty captain as well, I believe.
Who's that, sorry? Doherty?
Yeah, I believe he captained Doherty as well.
Really? So he's on 51 points, and yeah, he did. Flaming Nora, look at that for a team. So Patrizio, Doherty captain, Basham, Wan-Bissaka, Martial, Fernandes, De Bruyne, Sterling, Deeney, Kane. Kane is someone I'm really looking at. Just possibly bringing on -4. That is I'll tell you what, Drezer, that is a cracking strike from Sterling.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that Watford players got to think to themselves is so much space for Sterling. You can't give Sterling that much space. One of the times that Watford switched off when they paid the penalty.
Yeah, they have indeed. And then that, obviously, they got, it was a terrible challenge. Well, I say terrible in the sense of it was an unnecessary challenge by Will Hughes. I mean, sticks his foot out, completely misses the ball. Sterling goes over, and but then, of course, the penalty comes in. Misses it. A fantastic save by Foster, and Sterling, obviously, with the tapping and everything. But no, I just, like I say, I'm expecting this to continue in the second half. I mean, are you expecting personally any changes? Jason's saying that he's worried about maybe some changes. Are you thinking maybe change in the second half, or do you think it's going to stay the same?
I think Man City might feel we're 2-0 in front. We've played an FA Cup game. We've got a game in about 5 days time. They might bring some changes with Pep. Like I've said before, I don't even think his wife knows what's happening with Pep.
No, they don't. No, she doesn't. No, they're just about to show the penalty taken by Sterling in a minute. Here, where obviously Foster came out with a cracking save. It would be funny from an FPL perspective if he won't be taken off. I think Pep will be wanting Sterling to get a hat-trick, don't you think?
I mean, I would say that Sterling would want himself to get a hat trick, but Pep is Pep. Literally. So I would say Pep. I would say Sterling would stay on at least for another 20 or so minutes. At least fingers crossed for all Sterling's owners.
Brew making the point, surely Pep starts him for the Golden Boot next game. Yeah, we have discussed that. And remind everybody, Dre, that Sterling's 3 behind Vardy, is that right?
Correct. Sterling is 3 behind Vardy on... Sterling is... Wait, he's on 19, I believe, isn't he? Or on 20? I believe he's on 19. So he should be 4 behind. And Danny Ings is the one in second place at the moment.
Blues for the win, saying that De Bruyne to come off in the 59th minute. That'd be well, it wouldn't be funny for me, but then again, everybody, it's like with Trent Alexander-Arnold, KDB, Martial, Fernandes, everybody owns these players. It really has no bearing on anything really, unless of course you've gone out the way and captained De Bruyne, and that's the key here. And Bruce saying get Mahrez on. Well, I hope Mahrez comes on. Maybe get me something in that cameo appearance. If not, I'll have Greenwood coming off the bench. But when I was looking through the mini league, it seems like a lot of people, Dre, are going to be getting Ori off the bench because Saiss was benched last night.
Yeah, that's gonna be quite interesting. And Aurier with the clean sheet, and it's one of those bench tomfooleries, it seems. With a late rotation happening for quite a few teams with usual mainstays.
Yeah, Anurag saying, for me, Kevin De Bruyne versus Sterling for the free hit game week 38. It will still depend on what Salah and Aubameyang do later. If Kevin De Bruyne still can get on the assist record or not. I mean, to be honest with you, if I was doing a free hit, I'd be having Sterling, De Bruyne, and probably Jesus or David Silva. Probably David Silva, mainly because obviously you get more points from a midfielder, and to be honest, I'm not really a fan of Jesus personally. I don't think he does enough. I did like the shout out from...
all season. He's very average, isn't he?
Sorry, what was that, Jace?
I said he's been quite average this season, Gabriel Jesus.
Oh, I don't rate him at all. I don't think he's good enough for City. I really don't. I think he's terrible for City anyway. I think that what James was playing on Planet FPL about Harry Kane maybe going to Man City would be an ideal replacement for someone like maybe Aguero. I think that if Man City were to put in a bid of, say, for argument's sake, 80, 100 million for Kane, Tottenham sell and get him in. And I think that the quality of balls that Man City give to Jesus,
I think Werner would have been great at Man City.
Well, he's at Chelsea, isn't he?
Well, yeah, I know, but I think they missed a boat there. I think Pep's obviously wanting Jesus to be the man to take Aguero's role in that team, but he's just night and day. The difference is so obvious.
I have a question for you guys. Bruce asking in the chat, Stevo, have you looked at Leeds defenders for FPL assets? I heard they will play as wingbacks and like to push up and attack. Could be a great cheap defensive option. What's your thoughts, guys?
Yeah, next season I'm really not looking at it. I'm just concentrating on this season, to be completely blunt. Next season won't be starting until roughly the 12th of September. The game won't launch until 2 weeks prior to that. So we're talking, let's just say, the start of September, the game won't be launched. You know, any team that's coming up from the Championship, there's always defenders worth looking at. Certainly Leeds. I know nothing about Leeds whatsoever, other than they've got a lunatic as a manager, and you know he could be a very, very attacking indeed in the Premier League. Some of their assets will be worth looking at. I'll be certainly looking out for Planet FPL's correspondence for Leeds. I think it's Andy Martin. He'll be telling us more about Leeds assets, and I'll just listen to him, and wherever he chooses, I'll pick. But it's a question of how much they are. If they're 5 million plus. Yeah, it's like with Sheffield United. It was Ender Stevens, wasn't it? He came up at 5.5, whereas the rest, and I think it was another one of their players coming at 5.5 as well. Whereas if you'd have gone with someone like, I don't know, Egan, and at the start of the season, obviously Lundstrom and everything, worth it. But I've kind of already got a team set in my mind who I'm going to be already having. It'll be definitely Trent Alexander-Arnold. It'd be definitely Kevin De Bruyne. It'd be definitely Fernandes. And then it'd be a case of whatever players I can fit around them. But there are already in the top of my mind a case of specific players that I already have in mind to be definitely going with, because I think you'd be a fool. Depending on the fixtures that happen, depending on who has favourable fixtures.
Yeah, that's like a massive thing, isn't it? The fixture list being released is a massive influence on your starting 15.
Yeah, but there are certain players that I don't think it really matters what the fixtures are, because they'll always perform. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's obviously that, yeah. But I mean, I'm talking about like what you're talking about with the bargain basement players. I'm actually looking at the guy that GW mentioned. Is it Tariq Lamptey? He's definitely on my radar. He looks like a bright spark. He really does. Looks like one for the future.
Any Sheffield United defender priced higher than 5 million at the start of the season?
Well, they'll be 5.5 easily. The Sheffield United defenders would be the same as Burnley.
Lundstrom will be a defender now.
You said that there was one that was started at 5.5. There wasn't. It was only 5 million was the highest one. I think that was Stevens.
He was 5 million, was he? All right, okay, fair enough.
But I think I've already seen someone I want from Leeds. Well, a couple I want from Leeds, and I think there'll be like no dearer than 4.5. I can't see any Leeds defender being 5. I might be wrong, but I can't see it myself.
Mm. Do you want to use this opportunity, Steve-O, to maybe mention the Discord to anyone that's watching, that what we use on a daily basis?
It'd be easier for me to play the video.
Actually, before we play the video, Aileen from Leeds might be 5 million. Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it.
Never heard of him. I don't have a clue about like I said, I don't have a clue about any of the Leeds players. I know nothing about Championship whatsoever. I know nothing about the Premier League, to be honest with you. But yeah, this video here, for anybody that doesn't know,
I like one of their midfielders as well. But hey, some of my bets have come in. Oh, nice.
Hey, you.
Paid me the half-time Man City one.
Do you wish you had a convenient place where you can avoid hundreds of other FPL managers about Fantasy Premier League? Laugh, brag, rage, or cry, whether it be in a simple live chat, video, or audio room? Discord is about as easy as remembering the deadline, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, I can hear you now. What's the catch? Well, you fool, there is no catch. You can be on Discord in the bath or even on a plane, sitting on the toilet or even on the train. The best thing about Discord is it's free. Made by FPL managers for FPL managers. Have your voice heard in the community, even get yourself on a semi-popular podcast if you know what I mean. Jump on in. The link is in the description.
Well, I was playing a video over that, and of course there's been more action in the first 47 seconds of this game than there was in the whole flaming first half of the particular fixture. Yeah. To be honest, I just saw, was it Jesus was put through, surprise, surprise, couldn't finish, Foster saves, a bit of pinballing around everywhere, and yeah, it'd be more important if you could just repeat everything that just happened there, Dre, because I don't think anybody could hear you above the video.
I see. So what happened? Oh man, well, it was Jesus was put through one-on-one with Foster, Foster saved, Jesus should have done better. And then literally just turned to Pizzball wizardry. And again, Man City did again. Sterling on the ball. Shoot. And a save. A glorious save from Foster. Sterling looks hungry for goals right now.
How are you so far behind?
Who?
No, I'm on 46-40.
Yeah. We're about a second behind you, G-Wiz. That's it. Just like
right
last
now,
time.
I'm on 51, 52, 53, 54.
Yeah, you're a second behind us, yeah. Precisely.
You're a second behind.
How can I be a second behind you when I'm watching already stuff that he's already saying? I'm in front of you.
Because I need to react and like.
He needs to react already, for crying out loud. Relax, breathe.
Who's that? It was Sterling.
Yeah, what I said. Sterling with the shot.
Oh, that's handball all day long.
That was a handball right there.
Yeah, it is handball.
Wow. Yeah. Well,
I don't care that he fired it at him. It's his hand.
Is this going for VAR review?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. Because normally they've done it before, haven't they, with certain incidences with VAR. They've done it like 20 minutes later and they've gone, right, we'll penalise the player now, but he seems to be protesting his innocence there. I didn't know what I was doing. Well, whatever, but anyhow. Drazera, you'll probably be best, or even G-Wiz. We'll leave it to Drazera promoting the Discord that you are using at the moment to be part of the show as co-commentator. To tell the audience about Discord and how to join.
Well, people, if you keep an eye on the chat right now, there will be a link by the Streamlabs. Click on that link, and what you'll find is a whole load of characters, of many awesome people. I believe we have over 1,000 on the Discord, I believe, talking about all things FPL, from general chat about it, from team lineups, talking about your team. And don't forget, we also have the Hangouts. We chat on the Hangouts, talking all things FPL. And there's people all across all the time zones. And if you don't want to miss out, join us at Elite FPL Discord.
Yeah, the easiest way to sum up Discord is just a forum where any light-hearted member of the community wants to come in, chat about whatever. There's various menu bars to be talking about various different subject matters. Predominantly, most people will obviously be part of the general discussion where most people are going to be talking all things fantasy football, and it is very, very popular. I think for me, what's your favourite feature, Drazera, for yourself?
I feel that it has to be the Hangouts, because there's so much banter, especially when it comes to team lineups, mainly towards Man City team lineups, because like anybody, like, it's all about the pep roulette. Who knows who starts? So yeah, it's always around when it's deadline time, and the Hangouts when a whole group of us is just chatting at the same time. It's always a bunch of laugh and banter. Yeah.
Precisely.
Wow.
Rodri has made 65 successful passes in this match. The Watford team have made 55 put together.
Yeah. You wouldn't think it watching it, would you? I would not have thought that watching the game itself, but obviously the stats are there for a reason to show you exactly what's precisely going on here. But Man City, I have to say, seem to have had a rocket shoved up their backside, and it seems to be a fact of, why aren't you doing better? Why aren't you destroying this team in front of you? They're absolutely useless. Why are you so lethargic? And they seem more at it, don't they, Dre?
Yeah, I've just got word in, apparently breaking news, Holding, Saka, Nketiah, Lacazette, Aubameyang all starts for Arsenal. Just had word in.
Oh, is that early team news, so to speak? Well, we'll get official team news in the next 7 minutes or so. We'll find out whether that's true or not. I'd like to think it is true, for the simple fact that those players you mentioned here are usually first teamers. So.
Yeah, I've just had another bit of word in that Maitland-Niles, Tierney, Xhaka, and Pepe are benched.
Right.
I guess we'll see on the official. We'll see on the official lineups.
Walker playing a ball out, trying to find Cancelo. He didn't. It's been headed away, but it's been given back again. It seems to have slowed down a bit, the tempo. It seems almost like I said, Pep, he's clearly said to his Man City players to pick up the pace here. Hold on a minute here. Cancelo on the ball. Will he find a cross?
Oh.
He probably will do. He's gone for.
Well, at
he
least
went for effort, didn't he?
To you, Paul. Cancelo listened to you, Steve-O. Pick up the pace, and he did.
He went for a shot then.
He picked up the pace with a shot over the bar.
That was awful. That was absolutely awful. Get him off.
Yeah, and Pep agrees. He's had enough.
It'll be interesting to see when the first substitutions come into play for Pep. Obviously, they're 2-0 at the moment. He's got the final game ahead on Sunday. I think he's going to keep Sterling on for the full 90 minutes. What do you two think?
like I said, if I would say hopefully at least past the 60th minute mark.
Well,
I don't
specifically
really
to get
want
a
to.
hat trick.
I've seen Pep take players off before hat trick, so there's no point second guessing Pep. I'm really not sure, but you'd like to think so at least.
Cleverly seems to be the judge of fouled Kevin De Bruyne. It's just got up an assist statistics here that most assists in a single season. Anurag was talking about this. Kevin De Bruyne on 18 at the moment. The most ever was by Thierry Henry with 20. So obviously needs 3 more to beat
break,
the record.
yeah, break.
And just a bit of background on that. Do you know who is part of the backroom staff for Belgium?
Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry.
And he's been ribbing him solidly all season that he holds the assist record and he ain't going to break it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You reckon he's not gonna? You reckon he's not gonna break it?
No. Thierry Henry has been winding Kevin De Bruyne up all season that De Bruyne won't break his record.
I see. Oh, hold on, what's happening here? Oh, is that a foul? It is.
It isn't.
It's not.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Even I could see that. I wasn't even looking at the screen.
Gee whiz, do you believe that De Bruyne will break the record or not?
No.
Oh, what was that?
Sterling nipped in there.
Ooh.
Is it an obvious one? Sterling captain next game week?
Well, I mean, they're against the hapless Norwich that might have suspensions if those match bans are 3 or if they're 3 match bans.
Well, they will be 3. Well, they won't be playing the next game. that's a guaranteed.
Absolutely.
They're out. They're done for. That's the end of their season.
Mhm.
And they're already bound to the bare bones with the amount of injuries they've got as well. So.
Absolutely. De Bruyne. Oh.
Yeah, I think. Hold on a minute. Here, the ball's played through. Oh, he's been just pulled offside there. Nearly caught it.
I think that's Watford's first offside of the whole game. 55 minutes in.
They're not going to be. They ain't going to be. No one in their right mind is going to be trying to attack Man City. Although, sometimes it can work. Just go at them.
That's the way you've got to play them. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool don't sit behind them and have 2 lines of 4. And no, they get at them.
I mean, well, in the reverse fixture between Norwich and Man City, Norwich actually beat them, but I can tell you right now, I don't think it's going to happen again for Norwich.
Oh, well, yeah. Could it be payback?
I can jinx it. I can guarantee you now that Man City will beat Norwich. There you go.
Yeah. I think after the initial burst of turbo pace from Man City, it's kind of slowly calming down, isn't it, Dre?
It is. It seems to be paint by numbers at the moment. Literally, Watford seems to have no fight left.
They're appealing. Kika Firmino. What was that ball to hand? Do you reckon?
Not even close.
He was close, but I don't think it touched the hand. So no cigar.
I still can't get my head around how the initial penalty decision, the initial handball that wasn't reviewed, how it wasn't reviewed and given as a penalty, because that was almost like a goalkeeper save. I didn't quite understand the decision making then not to go to VAR.
I think they'll fall back on the excuse that his hands were in a natural position as opposed to unnatural.
Yeah, very.
But that is BS. That is BS because the law states the ball touching the hand or the arm, any part of the arm. It doesn't need to be deliberate, accidental. Ball touches penalty. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't have given it as a referee. I wouldn't have liked to have given that because one, he's basically just fired it at him from like what, a meter away, less than 50 centimeters.
Yeah, it was certainly. I mean, from my specific point of view, I saw it and just instantly thought that is a definite, guaranteed penalty. To be honest with you, and I've just got your team up on screen at the moment, G, and yeah, there's 4 points on the bench at the moment, staring. I mean, to be fair, it's City on the attack at the moment. Ball pulled in, being cleared by Watford. To be fair, you had I'll tell you what, that is a hell of a tough decision for you this game week. For the players that you started ahead, I mean, the players on your bench, Giroud and Walker.
I wanted to play, it was so tough, I wanted to play 5-5-2.
Well, this is the prime example of when you wish you had a bench boost almost. Admittedly, Simpson and Stecklenburg don't play, but you would have sorted that out and then...
I've already done the bench boost. I got lucky with it.
Have you thought...
Steve-O, I've posted the... Sorry to interrupt. Steve-O, I put the team lineup for Arsenal on the team screenshots for you.
Ah, good lad. Right then, so this is official, is it? Of course it is, because it's come out a minute ago. Right then, so the team news for Arsenal is as follows, everybody. So, once it can... Well, we got... Right. Martinez in goal. We've got... I can't even... Who on earth wrote this
Holding.
Holding Kolasinac. Who's that? David Luiz, Cedric, Ceballos, Torreira, Saka, Lacazette. And Nketiah starts. All right. Okay. Nketiah starting. With
substitutes.
Yeah, with a bowing. Oh, we don't need to talk about substitutions, Dre. Who cares about the substitutes?
Yeah.
And then
fair enough.
For
I've
Aston
got the
Villa.
Villa put it in for you as well.
Yeah, Reina, El Mahaloudi, Constance, Mings, Target, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, Hurahan, Trezeguet, Samata, and Greer. So yeah, Nketiah, and now City on the attack at the moment. Oh, he's been pulled down, and we have got a free kick. It was Decore pulling down Kevin De Bruyne. We're going to have a free kick pretty central to the Watford box. Can Man City punish them now with this particular free kick? Kevin De Bruyne will step up and take it, although... I mean, it'd be funny if he did score, because that'd be 2 goals scored from a set piece. And yet the assister was the player that was fouled. So will Kevin De Bruyne capitalise on this? Like I said, it's pretty dead centre on the penalty box.
Top left-hand corner. Go on, my son.
It's it. Goal!
Oh, it wasn't the top left-hand corner, but Foster. Bruise again with another save. And on a side note, Steve-O, Arsenal posted a better image. And it's now on the team screenshot, an actual image of the lineup.
Tell you what,
on team screenshots for you.
Foster's had a decent game, hasn't he?
I thought that was in.
De Bruyne, and a save. Foster is having a great game despite being 2 goals down.
He is, isn't he? Yeah, I agree. He's not being too bad whatsoever. And yeah, as Dre's there has said up on screen right now, is the better picture for the Arsenal team news. I don't think many people own many of those players apart from maybe Saka and Aubameyang, and if you and Martinez, of course. I'm hoping that Aston Villa score in that game, but Martinez, I tell you what, he's had 7 clean sheets out of 9-10 games, something like that. He's done very, very well, of course, having a clean sheet against Man City the other day in the FA Cup too. So certainly,
I'll tell you this. Currently, guys, Foster is on 2 bonus points.
Oh, is he really? Sterling 3, I'm assuming.
Foster's, and Walker is on 1.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah. That's pretty obvious. I would have expected that. Sterling's bound to get the 3 in. That's near Sterling now. He's got his hat trick, and he scored. Phil Foden.
Foden.
Sterling assist. Sterling assist. Phil Foden goal. How on earth Sterling didn't score
I
that?
told you he was blank in the second half. I told you.
Inject it into my veins, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's double check if it does count as a Sterling assist because it will save.
Of course, it's going to count. Of course, he was passing it when he was
It's an
passing it
FPL
to him.
assist.
He passed it to Foden, mate. It's
It's
obvious.
like the Doherty one the other day. It's like the Doherty assist the other day. I don't know why. I don't know how they give it a...
Check over VAR.
Why? It's fine. The goal's fine. Not even else. Let it stand for
Oh,
crying out
get
loud.
lost, VAR.
I don't know why why would they check this for? What on earth is their reasoning for checking it?
Offside.
What do you mean offside?
No,
That's what they're checking it for, Steve. You asked me what they're checking it for. I'm telling you.
No,
they're checking it for
I
offside.
understand this, but what I'm saying is it was clearly evidently onside. But we've got some substitutions at the moment. Mahrez and... Well, I don't know who that is.
Sterling.
Walker's off. The clean sheet is banked.
What is that, Walker and Sterling? Yeah.
Walker is Sterling off.
Sterling, Zinchenko and Mahrez.
Oh, well. He doesn't... Oh, that's unfortunate.
He's saving him for the next game, and they for the Norwich game.
That's unusual.
100%.
Well,
Steve-O, tell me who you would have picked ahead of what I did. What would you have done differently?
in your specific case, I don't know. Let's just bring up your team for a second. Well, I'll tell you what, actually, looking at this, I mean, it's very difficult to say this with hindsight, but Walker for Willian.
For who?
For Willian. That's me thinking that Chelsea aren't going to get anything from Liverpool and that Walker's got a higher chance of getting a clean sheet. That's about as much as I can muster for the answer there. But
and then when Willian returns, it's like, oh, geez, yeah, I don't know. It was our decision. I went with what I thought was right.
yeah, I mean, I like I said, I've got nothing against your team there. I mean, when you look at it, and it's just like, oh yeah, I mean, I can understand the dilemma you've had. But how have you come?
Go on.
How have you come to such a solid team? That, okay, admittedly, you've chosen I mean, I'm surprised you played Lamptey over Walker. To be honest with you, that's the one decision I'm surprised at.
I'm not. I mean, I thought he had a dodgy ankle when he was hooked off at half-time the game before. Was it the game before or the week before? Something like that. But, yeah, I wasn't certain that he was going to play. So I thought Lamptey's chances of Newcastle... Because let's face it, how often does Walker get an assist? Exactly. So I thought the way Lamptey's been playing is worth a gamble.
Yeah, no, there's a very, very, very good point. But well, here we go. Here, they're bringing up this potential offside. I don't quite understand how. I mean,
Again,
I think personally Sterling should be putting that away myself, but
Mahrez and De Bruyne on the ball for the free kick. Mahrez, De Bruyne spins in, and it's a goal!
Kevin De Bruyne, and it is Laporte, is that?
Laporte with the goal.
Yeah.
De Bruyne assist. Get in.
Kevin De Bruyne assist, brilliant. Well done, every 100% of us owners. Who cares? All I care about is Mahrez now. All I care about is Mahrez. I don't give a damn about anything now, but... Oh, he's offside. That looks offside to me. Oh, was he offside? Was
it looks offside to me.
Was that Laporte?
I think this might be.
No,
Is VAR
Laporte's onside though.
Yeah.
Laporte's onside when the ball's played. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, Laporte's onside.
Yeah. It wasn't him that headed the ball. Yeah, the offside player wasn't the one that headed the ball. So are we saying the De Bruyne thing counts then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's an assist.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Steve, I know you don't care, but some of us still like the points.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter when everybody owns Kevin De Bruyne.
Of course it matters. You keep saying everyone's got there is not one player that 100% of everybody has got. There's not one player. So
No,
yeah,
I fully understand that, but isn't in the top 10,000 or whatever that the Kevin De Bruyne is
not
owned
in the
by
top 10,000.
99.9%?
Well, that's still not everybody, though, is it? Okay, and I'm not in the top 10,000, so I don't give a monkeys about that.
for all those that own Dini, because there are some of you that have, he's just gone off for Danny Welbeck.
But in
Danny, well, no,
the
don't
Cash
go,
Mini
does it, no.
League, in the Cash Mini League, I can guarantee you now. In fact, I'm sure somebody could pull up the statistics that Kevin De Bruyne is probably owned by, I would argue, 95% of our Cash Mini League. Probably. You would think. But we're just looking at Aston Villa. I didn't quite see that Dre's error. What was the points there for Aston Villa and Watford? They're on the same now. But the goal difference is the same.
I believe it's the goal difference is the same. I just need to double check the league standings, but I believe Watford are still 3 points ahead of them. Let me just double check.
Aston Villa have to get a result against Arsenal.
Any result, any point.
Yeah, they have to get a result.
Yep. So currently, between 19th and 17th. Bournemouth, they are 3 points behind. Aston Villa 3 points behind, and Watford are the same goal difference, but 3 points ahead. So, like GW says, they need to get something against Arsenal.
And then they can try and have a field day against the Hammers. But if they lose against Arsenal and getting 0 points, I believe that's them done.
It'll be very improbable afterwards. Oh, another through ball. Oh!
Awful.
Jesus, get him off.
Pathetic.
Jesus, you haven't answered the prayers of any FPL owners today. Get off.
I'll ask Jason the same question I asked him about a month ago. No one.
Just ask it. Get on with it.
Same question. I'll ask you, Steve-O, the same question. What is it that Pep Guardiola sees in Jesus that no one else does?
The fact that he's a striker, that's the only thing I can see, to be honest. The only thing that he fills a position on the pitch that he thinks that his midfielders, the quality of midfielders that he's got, can create for Jesus. The problem with Jesus is that he can't finish. That's the problem from my point of view. That's the problem with Jesus. He just cannot finish. That was a difficult chance there, but I would expect a player of his quality would be able to at least do better than what he's just done.
You'd expect a Man City forward to do better than that, wouldn't you?
Sorry, say that again.
You'd expect a Man City forward, because don't forget, he has played with like Sterling through the middle. Who else did he try through the middle?
He's tried Bernardo Silva, hasn't
he? Yeah, Bernardo Silva. So I don't know what it is that he sees in Jesus that he's been trying for the last 2 seasons, is it now? He's been trying to sort of have him as his main striker. I just don't get it myself.
Well, he hasn't had him as his main striker. It's more the fact that when Aguero's been injured, i.e. like now, he's had to sub him on, and or bring him on for the 90 minutes. And everything. Like I said, he just fills a void. But I just don't think he passes any tests, and I think that Man City would be very, very wise to be putting in bids for strikers like Kane, for example. I mean,
I don't think Kane would suit him, though, would he?
He's a striker at the end of the day that can score goals. You give him
a striker, but I don't think Harry Kane would suit the way that Man City play.
You play that ball into Harry Kane's feet, put the ball onto his head, like Kevin De Bruyne tries to do with a lot of these players. He's getting a goal a game. You just know it. It's you just give that ball to Harry Kane in the right position, bang, 1 goal. Do it again, 2 goals, and so on and so forth. And
I don't see Tottenham selling him anyway.
No, I'm not suggesting for 1 minute to see them selling him. However, the right bid comes in. I mean, what if they were to bid for Danny Ings? He's another one. He scores goals. Jamie Vardy.
Do you know what a good bit of business that Southampton done with Danny Ings? because they took him on loan with the option to buy at 20 million, I think it was.
Mm.
Now, you tell me if Danny Ings is underpriced at 20 million. A fit Danny Ings is worth, he's got to be worth at least double that,
But
surely.
But that's the thing, isn't it? Is his fitness. And when they took him from Liverpool, obviously I felt sorry for him when he went from us to Liverpool, because obviously he did whatever injury he did and kept him out for the season. And I think when he came out for the season, kept him out for a period of time. He was then injured again, which then knocked him out for the rest of the season. And of course, then Southampton come in and bid for him. But Laporte has gone off for John Stones. John Stones is coming on for Laporte.
Oh my days!
What's the matter, G?
Oh well, that's the end of that bit. Flipping heck.
Well, what's the matter, G, with that?
I bet on a Watford, a Man City clean sheet, didn't I?
All right. So you said
Jesus.
your betters come through.
Well, what I've done a multi bet, and I've done singles as well. So, for example, anytime goal scorer. So the one bet is anytime goal scorer, Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne to have 2 shots or more on target. No Watford goal scorer. Man City to be leading at half time. Kevin De Bruyne to have more than one, or Kevin De Bruyne to have 1 shot or more. Both teams to score no. And first goal, Man City. Second half result, Man City as well. So all I need for that bet to come in is De Bruyne goal and another shot.
And how much do you get to win on that?
Well, it's not a lot. I've put down £2 and I'll get back 35.
Wow, goal mouth scramble at the Watford goal again, and block shot from De Bruyne. Watford are at 6s and 7s here.
Blocked shot. Damn.
Sound like your balls just dropped then, G. Was Kevin De Bruyne putting in, trying to find Jesus, but it was blocked off by whoever that was. And now Cancelo will collect. And now, do you know what? If City had just played like this in the first half, this game could have ended 8. Do you know what I mean? This has been a much better performance, hasn't it? And here's Jesus on the ball. Can he find Kevin De Bruyne? Yes, he can. Kevin De Bruyne plays outfield again, and now Man City is just going to play it around again. Silva out to Zinchenko. Foden into, I think, Bernardo Silva. Here's Foden again. Now Man City they're just playing it around
De Bruyne now. In. Foden, shoot, and wide.
And ironically, if he had scored that, he would have got an assist, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne out to Phil Foden. Phil Foden twists, turns, hits the ball. First time effort. Goes way wide and off. David Silva, do you reckon he's going to come on?
Nah.
FPL Fozzie
looking
saying,
relaxed there and happy.
FPL Fozzie saying, got to say Edison as a premium keeper is a nice for steady points. Yeah, you're always going to get 6 points per game from him. Next season, I think I'm going to go with Nick Pope and just keep him for the whole season. Have him 5.5 and I don't know, whoever the backup keeper is that.
How much do you think Nick Pope's going to be next season, Steve?
I agree with, I can't remember who it was, someone said 5.5. I think, 5.5 next season easily.
Yeah, I'd go along with that.
And I think he's worth every penny. If it won't happen, but if Henderson was to go to back to United, and was to displace De Gea, which he won't, I'd probably go with Henderson. He should do, but he unfortunately won't.
Do you think it's a bit of, but it's David De Gea, he served us so well? Do you think there's a bit of that's sort of preventing them from saying, look, mate, you used to be good for us, but your blunders, they're like 2 or 3 a season now, whereas before, we'd be lucky if we get 1.
Sarr caught offside there. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I do think that a lot of the time it's based on their reputation that they've had previous seasons. Plus, the amount of money this guy's on as well. I can imagine that it's a bit fearful that, this guy's on, 300 grand a week or whatever he's on. And
Dude, De Gea?
oh yeah, he signed a new contract recently, didn't he? And he's on a hell of a lot of money.
Not 300 grand a week, surely.
I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he's on 375 or yeah.
375? A minute, saw through.
Ooh,
Edison coming out
with
there.
the save. Just
And it was Welbeck, not Saar. Idiots.
Just a quick thought, guys. 161 live listeners right now, and we've only got 54 likes, guys. Give this video a like, guys, if you haven't already, guys. Let's try and push to 100. Let's go, Elite FPL.
And more importantly, if you're brand new around here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Kevin De Bruyne plays it out. No, he doesn't. It's someone else that plays it out wide to Kevin De Bruyne. This is what everybody comes here for. Kevin De Bruyne puts in a cross. Foster goes to collect it. He collects it. He's going to be looking for someone to find, but every Watford player is back at the moment. And it's going to be a slow delivery out, as per normal.
Steve, do you drink tea or coffee?
I don't really drink either, but coffee in the morning with basically a pint of water with coffee granules in it.
What about you, Jay Zera? Do you drink tea or coffee?
I'm more of a tea guy myself.
Where's this
I do
going?
like my herbal tea.
No, I just wondered. I'm just going to stick the kettle on. So I didn't know whether I needed to do one for me or three for everyone. I'm not making Jason one. I'm definitely not making Jason one. He can, do one. Jay, do you take sugar?
Not at the moment, man. I'm on a bit of a diet. I've been losing weight. Yeah.
Oh my days!
By the way,
what about you, Steve-O? Do you take sugar?
No, mate, no. Just stick it in a pint glass.
It looks like I take sugar for enough of all three of us. Then I have three in mine.
He's right. Oh, bursting through. Oh,
That's a foul. Come on.
foul. Yeah.
It's a foul, but not a penalty. Yellow card.
Just did a double check, and so David De Gea earns 19.5 million a year. Divide that by 52. That is 375k a week.
Right. Well, if that's the case, then they definitely need to get rid. You can't be paying 400 grand a week to someone making mistakes like that. Nah. Sorry. Get rid.
To give you guys perspective, Paul Pogba earns 4 million less than David De Gea.
That's disgraceful.
Well, Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne are stood over the ball at the moment. I'm assuming Kevin De Bruyne will take it. Yeah, he should do.
Yeah.
He'll
wants that
whip it in.
assist
Do you know what? I'd be going for this. Go on, Phil Foden. On to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne, slow thing.
Oh, Mahrez blocked off.
Oh yeah, I forgot
and the
Mahrez was
breakaway
on.
from Watford. Okay, and it's been broken back to, I believe that's Zinchenko on the ball. Crossfield to nobody. Oh, stuffed out, but
Go on,
Mahrez
Mahrez.
on the ball here.
Go on, De Bruyne.
De Bruyne shoots in. Ooh.
How many goals is that now Watford's conceded against Man City in the last 3 games? 30? I mean, this season earlier it's 8 at the Etihad, 4 here. Didn't they play them in the FA Cup as well? And they conceded 5 or something like that. So
They yeah.
that's
Absolutely.
ludicrous. That's
Decore
ludicrous.
coming off a Chalobah is going to be raining goals even more now because Decore is one of their better players.
Yeah.
I can't believe David De Gea's on 375 grand a week. Gee, wet.
Yeah.
I think that was around the time when I think either Louis van Gaal was around, and I believe that they were fending off Madrid, and they said, "Please take this money, please don't leave."
Yeah, that's
at the
fine.
time, he was,
That's fine, but you got to look at it now. Now they've got a choice of getting Henderson in, who people might not want to hear me say it, but he's a far better goalkeeper in my opinion than David De Gea.
He's definitely on better form, definitely.
Especially if you look at, I was just about to say, especially you look at the performances that both goalkeepers have given this season.
Do you know we're at the
100%.
82nd minute mark? 82nd minute. Where the hell has that time gone? Oh yeah, I'll
It's
tell you
definitely
where.
been a better second half than.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've had some goals at least to be talking about and everything. That's the main thing. Man City absolutely dominating. Lewis asking if I own Sterling and if I captain him. Have a guess, Lewis. Moving on.
Lewis?
Phil Foden closing down Foster. Foster just
In
boots
fact,
outfield.
if we've got any mods in the chat, can you just? No, I'm joking.
Yeah. You're looking forward to Sunday, G-Wiz, when 10 of us are going to be on an individual match each.
No, I can't stand the lot of you, to be honest. Hate every one of you.
Yeah, for anybody that's watching this now on Sunday, myself, Jason, along with 8 moderators, will be covering a match each, which will be fascinating.
I was going to beg you not to make me cover the West Ham match, but I don't mind doing it if I need to.
I don't know. It's like Harbour Boy mentioned. There's no schedule being put up yet regarding what's happening on Sunday, other than the fact that Sky are showing all the games or whatever. So I don't know what's going to be on free TV, and whatever that is, I'm going to have to cover that game no matter what.
Covered, because I've got Sky, but you let me know what you want me to do and I'll do it, son.
I think the fun thing will be maybe to do a draw out of the hat or something like that for each moderator, and then whatever game they get. Just for a bit of fun.
I'll tell you what. How about you and Jason pick a match each, and then the others go into a draw?
Precisely. That's exactly my thinking. Yeah, that'd be
that'd be brilliant. Yeah, let's do that.
Well,
Let's do that.
Jesus just been bundled over there by Sarr, and now obviously there's going to be a free kick on the left-hand side for Man City. Kevin De Bruyne, of course, as per norm, standing over this. Can they capitalise? Well, David Silva potentially could be coming on. He's holding his shin pads. He's holding his shirts. Is there a chance he could make a cameo?
Have they used up all their Have they used up free substitution opportunities though?
I think they have.
You tell me. You've been watching the game.
Yeah. I think they have. You know what, Dre? I think you're right. They have.
I think they have. Don't worry, Dre. I've been watching the game as well, and I couldn't tell you the answer.
Man City on the ball here.
Shoot!
I think this is, unless
Dead.
Man City really go for it, I think this is going to end 4-0. But
is it me, or is Zinchenko related to Kevin De Bruyne?
Yeah, they do look similar, don't they? I must admit.
I think they were separated at birth.
One's got blonde hair, the other one's just got ginger.
Oh, is it ginger hair Zinchenko's got, is it?
I think it was like blonde hair. That's what I thought he had.
I was going to say, because sometimes, depending on where the ball's picked up, I'll think it's De Bruyne, and it turns out to be Zinchenko. I've got an idea. Why don't I pay attention to the numbers on the back? Hey, there's an idea.
Well, that requires research.
No, really. You just know that Kevin De Bruyne is number 17, so that's all you need to know, isn't it? If it ain't number 17, then it's got to be Zinchenko. Boom, sorted. Who's this?
Coming off for Adam Messina.
Isn't Messina a defender?
No, he's got the number 11 shirt on, doesn't he? I think he plays more closer to the front, doesn't he? I don't know.
Does he? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Does it really matter?
I just thought it'd be a bit weird bringing a defender on at 4-0 down.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to bring on a striker, and you're not going to bring on an attacking midfielder. So, but it's just a case of we don't want to be conceding, another goal. Really, they don't want to be embarrassed.
Just to confirm,
if this was
the
a
right
boxing
back.
match, the white towel would be in right now.
It's not exactly been a 4-0 game, has it? If you know what I mean. The first half.
The score's enough, though, isn't it? When you consider where Watford are, they can't afford to leak one goal, let alone 4.
Yeah. It's just been their finishing. That's all it's been with Man City, just the quality of their finishing.
Yeah.
And ironically, Sterling missed a penalty as well.
and still finished.
Yeah, precisely.
Imagine if Aguero was fit, guys. It would have been a massacre.
Well, it would have
Yeah.
been very
Ball
interesting.
through.
Zinchenko called offside. Last.
Oh, I got lucky. I guessed that De Bruyne's number was 17, and it actually is.
Yeah, 8 miles offside.
Way offside.
You looking
I
forward
think
to?
De Bruyne looked his happy self. Do you?
No, he doesn't. He does. What are you expecting tonight then, G-Wiz, from the Aston Villa Arsenal game?
Oh my days! Arsenal are going to kill him.
Oh, you
I
reckon?
believe that.
Yeah, I think-
notorious nerd. Sorry, go on, Jewis. Sorry.
There's just too much quality in the Arsenal squad, let alone the first 11, for Aston Villa to even think about getting 3 points or a point, in my opinion. But the way this season has gone, if you want to be successful, you've got to do the opposite of whatever I say. So it should be a victory. I can't see it happening.
Well, two comments on the chat here that perked me. Notorious Nerd saying Villa will be motivated after this result. That is fair. Booner is saying that he disagrees with you, Wiz. He's saying Villa 2-1 win.
Well, that's what I said. You got to do everything the opposite of what I think. Tell Booner he needs to read my message in the mod room.
Did Pick TV just go down for you then, Dre? Yeah, Dre.
I'm on Sky One, so I'm not
sorry.
sure. I'm not on Pick TV. Yeah, I'm not sure. Did it go down for you?
It just did for a split second, and just to,
okay. They brought it back up.
It did for me as well.
Just to clarify the bonus point situation: Sterling 3, Walker 2, Foster 1. Walker and Cancelo actually on the same points as it stands, and then Foster on 36. So that's as it stands right now. Obviously,
I just want to say to Matt, aka the Gooner, well done on him for captaining Sterling. He's bagged over 30 points as a captain. Good job, Matt.
Yeah, I'm surprised none of you guys have congratulated me after Sterling's 1 pointer last week. Yeah, keeping faith with him and all that jazz. It's fine.
You captained Sterling too, Jason.
Yes.
what made you keep the faith?
Congrats to Jason.
What made you keep the
Because-
faith?
He's a massive differential, and if I want to push up the ranks, it's going to be a haul from him that does it. KDB
Steve-O.
is, like you said, is a wasted captain because everyone really owns him, and you have to get like 2 or 3 returns to make it worthwhile. Whereas Sterling is massive in terms of effective ownership, and it was either him or one of the Man United assets, and I was not convinced with United's performance. So yeah, I don't know. I think I was quite happy to keep it on Sterling, to be honest.
Plus, Jason, if you've got Sterling, there's no way. Well, I say there's no way, but you correct me if I'm wrong. But if you've got Sterling, surely you can't get rid of him before he faces Watford and Norwich.
100%. And the fact he's gone off in the 63rd minute now, this game, kind of makes me feel like he's going to probably feature in the starting lineup in that game. But and obviously, I can't guarantee it. I know that, but I'm a lot more confident in owning him now than if he had played the full 90 minutes today.
Yeah.
But then again, you weren't confident of him starting this game when he played the full 90 minutes.
I wasn't, to be honest with you, but I was, like I've said in the past, he needs 45 minutes to score, 2 goals and an assist. I mean, we've seen that a few times now in the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, we're coming up to full time now. We've only got about a minute and a half left. I think the referee may as well just blow the whistle now. To be honest with you, put Watford out their misery. And,
Absolutely. With
well, Aston Villa need to win tonight to be level on points with Watford, and then they'll be going. Then they go ahead of Watford due to goal difference.
Absolutely. Man City has done a massive favour to the relegation battle, literally knocking them down for 4 and bringing down that goal difference some more. Goodness gracious.
Be interesting to see if Intekia returns tonight because he's my first sub. And I'll be very. He's starting, yeah. But I'll be very nervous to see if he returns a big digit haul today because I do like Nketiah. I think he's a great player.
Isn't he banned or something?
No, he's back now. It's his first game back.
Oh, right.
The FA Cup was his last match, yeah.
He's starting, yeah.
I didn't realise Booner went with Martial. I thought he went with Sterling in the end. I must have passed that by. So Booner actually went Martial captain in the end. I mean, he's still got a very good chance of doing well, although Man United... I mean, Jason, you're a Man United fan. They looked terrible on Sunday.
They did. Chelsea played them off the park. They had all the possession. I think, to be honest, it was a goal. Is he offside?
Yeah.
Is he offside?
He's offside.
Yes, he is.
Clearly offside.
Thumbs up.
But it was Cancelo. Cancelo with the assist.
He didn't celebrate. He didn't celebrate.
No, he's offside.
Yeah, he's off. He's off.
Yeah.
He knew he was off as well by his celebration.
He didn't celebrate. He kind of just like, but I mean, again, it was a good finish.
It was
brilliant finish. But he's just not consistent enough, is he, to be a prolific?
Full time, guys. Game over. 4-0 Man City. Goodness gracious, what a game! Could have been more goals, but Sterling owners, it's time to rejoice.
Yes, absolutely. Whether you're captain or not, excellent haul there. Dre Zera, do you want to just sum up as per norm the second half and your overall thoughts on that particular game?
Well, the second half seemed to be far more hell for leather for Man City. Watford are absolutely looking abject. Seems like they're really missing Nigel Pearson. Well, to be fair, regardless of Nigel Pearson or not, I felt it still would have been the same result. But, yeah, City 4-0, most likely, and definitely Sterling with a free bonus. The other bonus points looking very close. And, yeah, it seems to be game on for Sterling for Gameweek 38 captaincy, it seems.
Gee whiz, your thoughts on that game?
I quite enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as bad as you was making out, but obviously, I don't know. I'm watching something else, but I think Man City, did their usual stuff.
I think it's because he's watching it through grit teeth. The fact that he's watching my captain.
Oh, I see.
Not at all. I'm not seeing it. I just watched a boring game. It wasn't that great. I mean, I actually personally thought that the Norwich-Burnley game had more attacking prowess in it. I mean, it's just the fact that Burnley don't have the quality of player Man City do that could destroy Norwich. That particular fixture, Man City they were in second gear. They did nothing. They could have won that. They could have if they were in fifth gear, that would have been 8 or 9-0. If they were in fifth gear, but they weren't there. They didn't even have to get out of second gear. I thought
Watford did a good job in keeping their shape, to be honest, and frustrating Man City for large parts of the first half. I mean, they would have probably gone into that half-time interval thinking they were quite unlucky to concede. I mean, the half volley the control to take that the ball under. I mean, that ball was fired quite quickly into to Sterling, and to take control of it and to swivel on a half volley and bout it as hard as he did. I thought that was just something which really stood out in the game. And I thought that the penalty, yes, it was a penalty, but I think it was needless, reckless. they would be very disappointed that they did that. I mean, those two instances, they were the standout moments of the game. I think it would have been quite justified going at the interval 0-0. But Watford defended really well and held their shape and their positions admirably.
No, I mean, Vince saying it's 18-0 to City in the last 3 games versus Watford. I knew they scored a lot, but 18 goals, I mean, obviously they enjoy playing Watford. I don't know what it is about Watford where they can't. I mean, you could say the same thing about Burnley, to be fair. I think the aggregate score over the last 3 games is something like 15-0 or something like that. So, there are teams that Man City seem to like to play against, or more importantly, the teams that they're playing against that have score lines which are so high is because they don't do anything to City. They just sit back and they just allow City to find their moments, which they did tonight, and that's what's happened. A 4-0 demolition of Watford in this specific case.
I've just got to give credit to that amazing, extraordinary, world-class penalty save by Foster. The ball is heading into the top right-hand corner from the goalkeeper's perspective, and he's not only got a hand to it, it's solid.
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying.
But the save was just absolutely magnificent.
Yes, it was. It was a fantastic save,
Yeah,
and obviously,
I agree.
Obviously, Sterling took advantage of the fact that it came pretty much back out to his feet, and he just put it in the back of the net. Unfortunately,
I had a feeling he was going to miss it, though. I had this feeling he was going to miss it when he was stepping up. Obviously, the save is a wonderful save, world class. I mean,
unbelievable.
But yeah, it was obviously I have these moments and penalties, don't I, Steve-O? Was it? I can't remember who it was that I had captained. That wasn't it VAR that ordered the retake?
Jamie Vardy.
Who was it? That was it, Jamie Vardy.
The biggest wind up on the planet. That was.
Yeah.
For you, maybe, Steve-O, but some of us had him that day.
Oh my God, I absolutely was just beside myself when that happened.
That was this season, wasn't it? That was actually
this season feels like it's gone on for so many years.
Yeah.
It just never ends. But yeah, it's gonna be really interesting this weekend.
This time of the season, I'm like thinking, oh my days, it just feels like the other day I was like looking at the fresh transfer list, putting my team together. Not this year. This year, that moment feels like 5 seasons ago.
Yeah, and then we move on to tomorrow evening, where of course it's the big games. And what are you expecting tomorrow night, Jason, from the Chelsea or Liverpool-Chelsea game?
I think Chelsea will take the game to Liverpool. If Liverpool play like they have been in the last few games, I can see Chelsea getting a result. If Liverpool raise their game, I think it could be an open game. It's really hard to say. I think going on form, I'd expect goals from both teams. I don't think this game is going to see clean sheets. But I'm going to go with I'm going to go with a Liverpool 2-1 win.
Yeah, that's what I went with. I think I went with a 2-1 victory to Liverpool. I think Liverpool would just edge it.
1-1 for me.
Sorry, G?
1-1 for me.
1-1. Why'd you say 1-1? What's your thinking behind that?
Well, let's face it. Chelsea, they're not really great at keeping clean sheets. So I can see Liverpool scoring one, especially the way Liverpool can play. And Liverpool themselves recently, they're not exactly being the go-to guys for clean sheets. But I think it'll just be because there ain't no crowd as well. You're not going to get all this we got to go for it all the time. You're going to get a lot of what you saw today, Steve-O, with teams just passing it left to right, trying to get a bit of feel of the ball before they sort of try and get a goal. So I don't think it's going to be, basketball end to end. I just think it'll just be peter out into a 1-1. So don't forget, people, do the opposite of what I've just said.
Yeah. I don't know why someone's... Anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to call it... Well, I am going to call it an evening. That is all I will say is that make sure that you join... Jace, are we doing the Liverpool game tomorrow? Are you able to do that?
What time is it, mate?
8 o'clock. So the 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Yeah, I'm free to do that tomorrow. Yeah.
Right then, so we're both going to be doing the Liverpool. Basically, Liverpool do nothing tomorrow evening. I'm going to be getting absolutely furious. Stay tuned for that.
I'll probably look at going live for the second half of the Man United game, to be honest.
Oh, right. Cool. Brilliant.
And then either you can join me for that, or you can join me prior to the Liverpool game kicking off, whatever.
Yeah, I'll join in on the Liverpool game. I think that'll be more for me.
And just a quick word before I go. Tomorrow, I can't speak for Dre, but I think he may make it. Me and him will be in the hangouts prior to the kickoff.
There we go.
I won't be there. I've got some commitment.
But there's always a bunch of people, and that's a good point to raise. You know, another thing that we keep harping on about Discord is there's a great group of people that get together in the Hangouts. And if anyone's wondering what the hell is Hangouts, it's basically a voice channel on Discord where people just kind of discuss their teams and their players.
It's like having a phone call with all your mates, or it's like being around the pub and chatting about. It's good. It's good. If you got time, join us. I'll be there for starters.
Yeah, a bit laid back, you know. But yeah, great stream, Steve-O, and I hope for your sake your captain pays off this week.
It won't. Anyway, on that note, everybody, I'm gonna call it an evening. If you are brand new around here, just simply hit the subscribe button. We are pretty much as I always say, a daily stream, and I have nothing much to add really, other than congratulations to all Sterling owners. Follow us on Twitter at Elite FPL to essentially find out whenever we're going to be doing something live on air, like this afternoon when I did a quick live Twitter video, and then obviously advertising this particular stream. And then of course, if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Of course, if you want members only content, that option is available as well. You can join the members where we do exclusive members videos. Basically, it's just swearing. And other than that, I will leave it there. So
I think on that note, very quickly, sorry to butt in, the Man United West Ham game, I think I'll just do that as members stream for the members.
Good.
Man United West Ham game will be a member stream tomorrow, and then we'll switch it back to public for the Liverpool game at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, go for that.
Ah, fantastic. Yeah. There we are, everybody. So there's an exclusive news there for that.
Excellent.
Cheers, Dre. Cheers, G. Jason, thank you all.
Love you, my brother.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you all. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Cheers, everyone. Have a good evening and enjoy the Arsenal-Aston Villa game. See you later.